there must have been plenty of things to like about that. What was the one glaring thing that excited you the most?
Oh, there's many. I thought our pressure in our first half was outstanding. You sort of come into a game hoping that the players would bring that sort of intensity, and that was fantastic. But we had a number of plus 57, I think it was, contested possession. We just haven't had that. That hasn't been our story for the last 12 months. We've been working towards getting that part of our game better. So, I just rewarded that in my message to the players about, that was an important number for us. It shows that we can do it.
You basically dared Ken to tag Nick Dacos, didn't you? And he did for a little while. How do you think Nick handled it?
I don't know if I dared Ken to do it, but reality is, Nick's a great player, an emerging talent, isn't he? So, we're going to embrace it. I said to Nick on Friday, I said, mate, this is probably coming, and we got all the things we worked through. He got tagged in a practice game, learnt so much from it. We want to support him as a team. Reality was in the first quarter he's getting tagged, and the scoreboard was still ticking over in our favour. So I said to Nick before the game, again yesterday, if this happens, the scoreboard's ticking over, you just got to fight your own battle, mate, but we'll support you through that. But he's got an incredible ability to play multiple roles, which makes it hard to tag.
Does he enjoy, in a strange way, the challenge sometimes? He seems like he's that sort of kid that does rise when something's put to him.
Yeah, I think this is just a natural progression of a player that's emerging talent. Like I said, all the best players have to go through this, and this is part of his journey right now.
Seems when you're going forward, Craig, you're targeting any of your six forwards. They're all being used on the league. Has that been something that you've really tried to sort of foster? Yeah, well, we're a system-based offence and defence, and so I think we had 13 individual goal kickers today, which is a huge number, which shows that we're getting a whole array of players involved in the game, which shows we're moving the ball efficiently. And I was really pleased today. Justin Leppi's done a great job with our forwards and getting the connection to inside 50. It's a really high number for us to score today, and they connected well. I think they worked really well with each other, blocking and this sort of stuff, so made it hard to play on.
Are you surprised with that connection, particularly with the recruits that came in, that it's actually clicked as swiftly as it has?
Oh, well, again, I said this last week, you target individuals to make us better, and Bobby's electrifying. He did a couple of nice things again today, and Dan looked like he grew within the role again today. So we, I think it was a reflection of the whole chemistry of the work they're doing. As I said, by Lepper and others, it's a good start.
Dan kept the ball in at that stage to set up what might be one of the goals of the year in terms of a team effort. What were your thoughts then? It was almost Harlem Globetrotter style with Pendles over the shoulder. It was a pretty remarkable moment.
Oh, well, we want to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
I did get excited on the bench. That was an exciting brand of footy. It's, Pendle's decision making is amazing, and then we celebrate that stuff. Do we want to be the Harlem Globetrotters? No, but we want to be fun to watch.
Do you sense your fans enjoying that at the moment as well?
Yeah, and a shout out to all our fans for turning up today. 60,000 is an enormous Saturday afternoon crowd against Port Adelaide, and thanks for turning up, and we really appreciate you.
Any idea why they were booing Jason Horne-Francis?
Funnily enough, I didn't hear that. Someone said that to me. I honestly didn't hear that. I said this last year. I've got a little 6-year-old. We don't boo. We don't boo in our household. We respect the opposition and other athletes, so it's just not something I would do.
Something you discourage them from doing?
Well, you pay your money, you can do what you like, but in my household we don't boo.
It was a bit of a shaky start for Billy Frampton today. We seem to settle into the game. How do you see his debut? Yeah, I always said that he's going to get better as he progresses. Just to play our system, it's a lot different to where he's come from, and we're not asking him to be anything more than just a great part within that. I'm certainly going to get better. I really thought he grew into the game too. I think if you watch it entirety, I think his second half was way better than his first. And watch his space. I think he's going to improve.
Brody Myercheck, injury, finger?
Dislocated his finger, yeah. So at this stage, I think he should be fine.
Jack Ginnivan available for selection next week. What has he learned in that time, Craig, and would we expect to see him come through the VFL for an extended period, or I suppose it comes back to what happens in the coming weeks?
Yeah. Well, I got a great report today. I was really pleased before the game to hear Jack's had an incredible training session over here. We put him through his paces. The whole 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it was, he's he had a plan to get really fit, and he couldn't play, but obviously he had to get to work, and I was really pleased. I said this in my press conference on Thursday that he's done the work. Now, just got to wait for opportunity potentially, because he's given it to others, and I don't know what that looks like for how long, but he's done what he can control in the time he's had off.
Any other injuries?
No, not that I'm aware of. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you.